It's so hot. You think that, if there was one little natural bit, that the whole area would sort of explode in a combustion of flames. Um, but of course it's not too bad outside. I mean, there's still green, there's still some moisture on the ground, but we haven't been in community drought. It's just a hot spell. It's going to last a good week at least before we get any reprieve. It's been a while since we've experienced a major heat wave. We did experience one for a couple of days last year, but last year's summer was very mild. At around this time last year, we were experiencing rather cool weather conditions and loads of cloud. But that sort of changed this year. This year we're experiencing a little less cloud, more sun, and more extreme heat. And it's been a very long time since we've had a full week of 40 degrees temperatures. Last year we only got 35 degrees, only once or twice, but this next week is going to be tough on those who suffer in the heat. I mean, you just sit around sweating. Your clothes are soaked with your sweat, and we got the fan on, but even a fan sometimes seems small. And we're not living in a tropical climate. I could just wonder what the tropical zones must be experiencing right now, them being able to hold higher levels of humidity and higher levels of heat, being in the tropical regions. I can imagine them having a very dry heat spell, but I'm not living in a tropical zone. I'm living in the zone where we get the milder cases of weather. It's not abnormal that we get 40-degree heat days, but it's been, I think we've been cushioned from it because of the alternating weather temperatures, which has given us cooler summers rather than us experiencing the harsh, fuming heat in the day. So I guess we've been spoilt, as well as, scientists have been concerned about the cooler summers, but we've been spoilt when you realize how hot it can be. You could cook eggs on your car easily and stuff if you bother to leave your car outside uncovered. So, yeah. But I don't think this heat wave will last too long. We've got until March to experience the rest of summer. I don't imagine that we're going to get after this spell goes, I don't imagine that we're going to get too many more days where it's 40 degrees and we're sort of suffering through humidity and heat. So that's sort of the positive thing, that when this spell is over, it will probably only come back once or twice on singular days rather than weekly status, and then we'll prepare for autumn and then winter. So yeah, so we've got a while to prepare, but while the heat's on, we're definitely going to just be sitting inside with the fans on, or some people will be brave enough to go to the beach and test out the sand with the thongs or bare feet, and test out the water, see how cool it is. But yeah, you definitely don't want to go out in the sun in the middle of the day while it's 40 plus degrees. You want to go in the morning or the afternoon. Those are the two times when it's relatively cool compared to the middle of the day when it's relatively hot. But of course, saying that, if you go out for only like 15 minutes, you know, you might not suffer any consequences if you keep the trip short. But most people want to just sunbake for hours and have the kids play in the sand and in the water for hours. And it's not healthy when it's 40 degrees to go out in the middle of the day, despite the fact there are precautions you can take to make the trip as safe as possible. But of course, smart people, they choose to go in the mornings or in the afternoons when the sun's going down. Not when it's dark, because then you can't see the water and the things in the water and the kids and the dogs. You know, you can't see things properly. You could sort of get swept out in a rift and sort of be found dead the next day. So you don't want to wait too long, just long enough. You can actually feel the drop in temperature when the sun's passing over, and that means the climax of the day has gone. And you're pretty much safe to try and spend a couple of hours at the beach.